Hey everybody, it's Zach again at newtutora.com coming in. I want to make this video tonight about Todd Akin. I just wanted to give my 2 cents. I know everybody's going crazy and going haywire. It's in our town here, it's like the talk of the town. It's the talk of the international or the national media. People are talking about it online. People are talking about it at work. And what did Todd Akin say? And oh man, it's a mess. It really is a mess. Yeah, he made a mistake. He really did goof up. You know, Todd Akin is one of the last few politicians that I really kind of respected. He was really the only reason I went to go vote in this last primary. If you watch one of my other videos, I thought I made a reference to how I went to go vote, and it was for a guy. Maybe I didn't upload that video. But basically, I went to go vote in this primary just to get him on the ballot because I knew he was going to win against Claire McCaskill, who's so far down in the polls that you could basically put a Muppet on the ballot and the Muppet would win. So I'd rather have him on. And the reason for that is, number one, I know he's conservative. He's not one of these, politicians who go out and trade their wife in for whatever Barbie doll arm candy that they can get when they know they've made it big. He's kept the same wife his entire career. He has stayed true to his values. He's always been pro-homeschool, which is I'm huge about. There's not many people out there in Congress who are pro-homeschool. There's not many people out there in Congress who have been pro-life their entire careers. He's always stood up for the Second Amendment and has never wavered on that. And so, yeah, I wanted to go out there and just vote for him. I really didn't care about the presidential primary. I could care less about Mittens and Obama race, but I wanted to go out and vote for Akin. And so I did that. I went and I voted for Akin. And he goes and makes this kind of blunder yesterday. You know what? So what? He misspoke. He was wrong on his facts. Wow! Imagine a politician being wrong on his facts. I mean, there is such an outcry, even from the right wing of the GOP, for him to step down and for the GOP, the state GOP, to appoint a new candidate to go up against Claire McCaskill. I mean, are we that surprised? Really, are we that surprised? The GOP has gone so far left. We don't even know how far left. I'm not voting for any Republicans in this election. I'm not voting at all because there's not a Republican that's worth anything that's deserving of my vote. And before some of you morons out there get all worked up and say, people have fought and died to give you the opportunity to go and vote. Well, I went out and I sacrificed for my country. I went out and I served my country. I sacrificed my time. I spent my 21st birthday on the Serbian border. I did that for my country. I think I know whether or not I can qualify whether or not they deserve my vote. Right? Don't I have that right? Haven't I earned that right as a U.S. veteran who's gone out and served my country to determine whether or not someone is worthy or not of my vote? None of these morons out there are worthy of my vote. Mittens ain't worthy of my vote. Obama's not worthy of my vote. And none of these other schmucks that are out there are worthy of my vote. The one guy I really, kind of halfway cared about was Akin, and the establishment is so bent right now to get rid of this guy because, God forbid we have someone who's pro-homeschool in the U.S. Senate. That ain't going to happen. God forbid we have someone who's actually really, truly been pro-life his entire political career, who doesn't have some Barbie doll arm candy on his arm, in the U.S. Senate. I mean, we're going to get rid of everything that's real as this country goes down the tubes. And it's going there. It's going there so fast and quick in a hurry. Some of you just don't see it. I don't know. I really don't know what to say. I really don't. Part of me just wishes, it would all be over quick. It's going to be very painful in the next few months watching this election. I mean, are you really surprised? I mean, Mittens Romney came out today and urged and said he was offended at the words of Todd Akin. Are you surprised? Mittens has been pro-choice, pro-baby killer his entire political career.
I believe that abortion should be safe and legal in this country. I believe that since Roe v. Wade has been the law for 20 years, that we should sustain and support it. And I sustain and support that law and the right of a woman to make that
preserve and protect a woman's right to choose, and am devoted and dedicated to honoring my word in that regard.
Of course he's offended. It's fine if someone wants to kill a baby after someone's been raped. It's fine to punish the baby, for what the rapist did to the woman. That's fine for him because he's okay with killing babies. He's been that way his entire career. He's very proud of it. Yep, he's been that way his entire career, folks. So why are we surprised that, Mittens is offended and is asking for Todd Akin to step down for the good of the country? Are we really getting rid of the last bastions of anything that is right in this country because someone made a mistake? Yeah, he made a mistake when he's campaigning. That's a big surprise. What about Obama? When Obama said, there's 57 states. Obama said there's 57 states.
Because, it is just wonderful to be back in Oregon, and over the last 15 months we've traveled to every corner of the United States. I've now been in 57 states. I think one left to go. Alaska and Hawaii I was not allowed to go to, even though I really wanted to visit, but my staff would not justify it.
Seriously, if the guy doesn't know that there's 50 states in this country, but says there's 57 with one still to go, isn't that worthy enough to ask, hey, listen, you know what? Maybe you shouldn't run for president. You don't exactly know how many states there are in this country. You might want to just pause, go back and learn a little bit about the nation that you're running to be the head of before you, run again. So go back to school, Mr. Obama. Obviously, you didn't spend enough years at Harvard and Yale. Maybe you need to go to Columbia or wherever it is you went, and then come back and try not to look like such an idiot on the campaign trail. But because the campaign or the media is controlled completely by the liberals and godless of society, that they'll have a guy like Todd Akin who's pro-homeschool, who thinks it's okay for people who want with religious exemptions to take their kids out of the public indoctrination centers and keep them at home. They'll rail that guy right up the river. That's no big deal to them. Let's get that guy, railroaded. But, Obama, who says, there's 57 states, that guy, I didn't even hear that. What happened? I don't even know. I don't even know. What? There are 50 states, 57 states. If it was about blunders, you wouldn't even have someone like Biden who was in the vice presidential seat. That guy is like a machine when it comes to rolling out stupidity. But yet here we go. One guy misspoke, was completely wrong on his facts, and they want to run him up the railroad. And even the Republican so-called right, conservative right, wants to turn the guy over to the lions. And my question to you is, so what's new? This is what happens in a godless, Torah-less society. That's exactly it right here. We have no idea what is right and wrong anymore. And all we care about is ourselves. All we care about is where we're going to get our next fix. And, it's all about me. I'm going to enjoy this election because I think Mittens is going to lose. And people are going to say, woe is me. Even if Mittens wins, it doesn't matter. It's going to be Obama light. And in some ways, I think Mittens could be a lot worse than Obama. But we're going to see what happens. It's going to be very scary times. I'm glad I'm getting out of Dodge. It's about time. Pop smoke. That's it. Go home. Read your Bible. Thanks.